the same, man. And I could let you check the tag. Now I'm rocking name brand. I'm only chasing after bags. Now I got a game plan. And I'm out here with the 700 3i5s. Look alive, look alive. Niggas came up on this side. Now they on the other side. Oh well, fuck them, dawg. We gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks to go outside. And I split it with the guys. We up on the other side. Niggas acting like we tied. I've been gone since like July. Niggas acting like I died. They won't be expecting shit when Capo go to slide. Cause I told them that we put that shit behind us, but I lied.
Man, let's get it, man. Welcome back to another episode of the Market Rundown with your host, Apollo, man. How y'all feeling out there today, man? One time for y'all out there. Yes, sir. All right, man. How y'all been, man? Welcome back, man. We back at it again, man. This is a pre-recorded episode, but, man, just to give y'all a little up today, man. We've been live the last 3 episodes. One time, man, for that, man. So check this out. So, man, I ain't gonna lie. These last 2-3 weeks been kind of different, man. Like I told y'all, we've been trying to transition into doing a live show, and it's been like some little technical. It ain't really technical difficulties. It's just learning new systems and ways because I'm trying to connect to go live and make the show live on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch at the same time. So that's what we've been doing, man. And so look, I gotta break it down so y'all can understand. We on episode 25 right now. So I think the last episode that aired on YouTube was like 22, 23 or something like that, but we did 2 live episodes or whatnot. One of them didn't record the YouTube, and another one didn't record the TikTok, but it recorded the YouTube. So that's what I'm just saying to get y'all to understand. So I don't know what everybody watching on, but like it just been, we still trying to get it together, man. Just bear with us, man. We almost got it right though. Like, so that's finna be coming in store. So that was the big surprise we had for y'all. But like, you know, we try to roll it out, but it ain't. You gotta go through some stuff sometimes. Sometimes it's stuff you don't know that you gotta go through to know. So you get what I'm saying? So one time for that, man. You know what I'm saying? So I just say that to let people know that probably thought like, oh, he ain't been doing the show. Or I ain't seen Woo. We just gotta stay tapped in, man, because we trying to get it going on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube at the same time. And then we also thinking about starting a new YouTube page, man. I ain't gonna even lie to you, because this page right here, it's a little, it ain't an older page, but it's like I did the podcast. If you know, you know. Like I had a podcast called Dead Ass Serious Podcast, and that's a podcast that basically was for like the entrepreneurs and stuff. Where I interviewed like a lot of people who was in the entrepreneurship to show people, like, to give them the ideas. So let's just say, like, if you was actually want to be a real estate investor or whatnot, and I interviewed a real estate investor who comes on there and tell you his story, how he got into it, like the worst experience, good experiences, things you need to know, things you need to research, all that. So it's kind of was like that. So I was just going down different avenues kind of to help entrepreneurs out there to get real insight from people who actually out here doing it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what time for that, man? You know what I'm saying? So we definitely gonna boot up season 2 on that too. So we should still trying to decide, because I took a break on it after we did season 1, and then we end up rolling this out. So now I think the channel, I don't know if the channel in the same algorithm, if it's different or whatnot. So we just looking at the numbers or whatnot, and like, I feel like these videos ain't in the algorithm like they supposed to. So it's just a matter of us figuring out, okay, what's going on. Is we going to keep pushing on this channel, or we finna start a new channel called the Market Rundown. So y'all be looking out for that, because right now you on the Pollination Network, but we don't know if this channel in the algorithm, but we ain't going to hold that up too long. We're going to get into it, man. So how y'all weekend been, man? How y'all been feeling, man? Leave a comment in the chat, man. Let us know where y'all from, how y'all been feeling, man. And y'all know we in the government shutdown too. So, you know, that's what we're going to go over tonight too. So we got the government shutdown. We got some other little bangers too. I think I got a crypto article talking about the banks versus the crypto. They at odds right now, because the banks are really intimidated by the crypto or whatnot. But so, you know, we finna get into it, man. So I hope y'all already got your pen, your pad, and you know, at the end we do the rundown where we show y'all the top trading settles we looking for the week, so we can get that money, man. You feel what I'm saying? You know my motto, man. Earn while you learn, man. So if you new to trading, you definitely can earn while you still learning and figuring it out yourself, man. And with that being said, let's get into it, man. You know what I'm saying? Alright, we finna go and get into it. You know I can't start the show without my boy D-Lo goddamn kicking that ish to you real quick, man. Cause this is Sports Center for the market. You feel me? Let's go. Let's get into it. Let's get it. Turn it up. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I ain't did a pre-recorded in a little minute, so just bear with me. I gotta share the screen. It's been a little minute. I've been live. I ain't had to share the screen. You know what I'm saying? But we back at it. Hold on. Let me. You know I can't show y'all this without showing my boy D-Lo, man. There we go.
Real motion, getter. Stay in motion. Gonna keep that motion. We're gonna stay on top.
Real motion, man. Real motion getter, man. We're gonna keep that motion. We're gonna stay in that motion, man. You feel me? All right, so we're gonna go and kick it out, man. We got a good little week coming up, man. So as you know, if you don't know, now you know, man. We are in a government shutdown right now. The government shut down, man. They out here like so yeah, it's a lot going on. But at the end of the day, the market's still open. We finna still get to it. So I ain't gonna hold y'all up too much today, man. I know y'all got a lot going on and a lot to do. So we finna get to it. So all right. So for this week, this week we got euro. Let me get that right. We got the euro, the pound, the CAD. So for my new people that's watching, this is forexfactory.com where we run down to see like what's the important news for the week. As you can see, we pay attention to the red folders and the orange folders, and that's all we use on this anyway. So you can highlight yellow and silver. It add a whole bunch of unnecessary, non-violent, non-volatile movement. So we don't care about that. So make sure you know when you're doing this, mark out the yellow folder and the silver folder, then you mark the currency pairs you're looking at. So if you just trade crypto, stocks and options and all that, you can just really click the USD folder and you can uncheck all these because all you want to know is just the news for the dollar, the US dollar. But if you trade in forex, you want to know all the news that's going on because you know we trade pairs because it's pair versus a pair, like Australian dollar versus the US dollar, or the New Zealand versus the US dollar, or the Great Britain pound versus the Japanese yen, or the euro versus the Great British pound. So that's all it is, currencies versus currency or whatnot. So I ain't gonna get too much into that, but we're gonna dive back into it. All right. So for Monday, tomorrow, the 6th, we got Europe, President Lagarde speak. So I'm looking at, hey, and the reason why I'm checking this out is Monday because we currently in the trade on EU. That's the euro versus the US dollar right now. So I'm paying attention to that because depending on how this play out, if this good for the euro or bad for the euro, this would go in favor of my trade. So I'm in a sale right now for euro. So depending on talking about the testify before the committee, this is going to affect the euro move. So you know that's why we paying attention to that. That's why I go over all this like this to give y'all the game and the sauce. You know what I mean? So Tuesday we got New Zealand, Japanese yen, ain't really too much going on. Wednesday we got the FOMC meeting. I think that's gonna be a little volatile. Like it's gonna be some movement on Wednesday. So really the second half of the week we finna get into some volatility for real. Starting off with the FOMC meetings, then we got the unemployment claims, which is super important. But also you got to understand this stuff is delayed. Like it say, it got a notice on here. It's saying it's delayed due to the U.S. government shutdown. And I think if they ain't open, I don't know if they're going to actually cover it. Because last week, what's the name was supposed to drop? Non-farm payroll. But I don't think that came out last week. So look, if you click this, like it say, release date delayed due to the U.S. government shutdown. So since the government shut down, I'm assuming they not releasing a lot of these economic and data things, and that's what we're gonna go over in one of the articles coming up next. And then also Friday, you see we got unemployment change, non-farm employment, unemployment rate. So Friday gonna be a big really Wednesday through Friday gonna be big in the market. I expect some like fluctuations what we want to see, man. So like I said, if this y'all first time checking this out, make sure y'all check out Forex Factory. This the first stop we stop at when we looking at the markets to start our week, and we on to the next, man.
Put bigs on Sports Center.
All right, then we got FX Street is like another sentiment that we use to get like quick sentiment. So like let's just say for example, we're just talking about EU. All right, EU got news, right? You know what I'm saying? They president speak starting off the week or whatnot. So and then they say a lot of times when the government done shut down, like they say like the correlation of the euro versus the dollar, usually the euro goes up. So we checking that out before it go up. I'm in the sale right now on EU, but I think it's gonna sell before it decide to go up. But I'm keeping this in mind because even though I'm in the sale, I gotta be cautious of all the outside factors that's going on. So USD pair ends the week around 1.1750. Okay, having been stuck in a range. Yup, this missing the peak towards 2025 reach. So basically, these articles kind of give you more like a synopsis or a forecast of what's going on or whatnot, like a sentiment. So make sure y'all check this out. This is fxstreet.com. They got a free version and a premium, which you can upgrade to. So as you can see, I'm not logged into it. I just like to check in and just see what they saying, like quick news and sentiment and whatnot. So make sure y'all check this out, FX Street. You know what I'm saying?
Put bigs on Sports Center.
All right, we on to the next. So we on to the CNN Fear and Greed Index. All right, so for the Fear and Greed Index, from a people that don't know, this is what's driving the market right now is emotions. So you know what I mean? We call that sentiment, like emotional sentiment. So last week we was neutral, which was 53, which we still sitting at the same spot. Like I said the last couple times, I feel like we sitting in this neutral because it's a lot going on and people kind of scared. So we got there's all this fluctuation coming from crypto and the stock market making all-time high, gold making all-time highs, and like it's a lot of stuff going on. So people kind of in the middle. That's why gold been running, because people don't know what they want. It's neutral, people confused. That's what I identify neutral with. You confused, you in the middle, you stuck in the middle. You don't know like if you want to be greedy or if you want to be fearful right now. So when in neutral, that means people on edge and trying to pay close attention to what's going on right now. So make sure y'all check this out. Right now we still sitting at neutral. So neutral sentiment is driving the US market, man. We on to the next one.
Put bigs on Sports Center.
All right. And this, like I was telling y'all about, stocks trade at record highs as government shutdowns leave economic data in limbo. What to watch? So this the game I'm giving y'all, like with Yahoo Finance. See, these news articles, they tell you what's going on, but your boy Apollo showing y'all what's going on. That's the difference. I'm trying to connect the dots for you, whether you new, advanced, or whatnot. So man, let me know like in the comments, man, like what's y'all favorite news sites, whether it's news sites or article, or what's y'all best resources y'all using to help y'all trade out there, man? Drop that in the comment. So right now, as you can see, they got a video on here. I ain't gonna really, if you want to listen to that, you can listen to it, and they're gonna show you, give you examples of whatnot, what to watch and what's going on as far as the feds or whatnot. So I like to scroll down and just get the quick sentiment. So they saying the biggest story for investors in the week ahead would be all the stories that won't be told. Should the government remain shut down? Releases including the Census Bureau imports and export figures, wholesale trade inventories, and key jobless claim numbers from the Labor Department would be delayed. That's what we just seen over here. Like we were showing, like when you see these on the articles, they saying like it's delayed due to the shutdown. Non-farm was supposed to come out last week, but it was delayed because the government shut down. So this is something that you need to be paying attention for if you're in the market, investing or trading. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm here for, to give you the rundown. So after we already missed Friday, September non-farm payroll numbers, investors and policymakers with the Federal Reserve next policy announcement due out in just over 3 weeks. But we would get all the minutes from them. See, they be saying a lot of stuff which saw the Federal vote to cut rates for the first time. They talking about cutting rates. So that's why I don't get into all that too deep, because they don't really be telling you too much. They just be you just got to go off the quick sentiment of understanding, like, all right, the government shutdown leaves economic data in limbo. They telling you what to watch. So basically, that's what we trying to peep out of this article. What we watch? What do you mean what to watch? So that's what I'm trying to figure out right here. Like, what are we trying to watch? Earnings will remain few and far between with notable reports from Constellation Brands, Delta, that Pepsi, Levi. Okay, we're going to go into that in a little bit later. But I'm trying to see what they saying, what to watch for. So they really ain't saying them, but basically, but like, so what I get from that is like, they just kind of shook right now. Like, and this is another article. AI news is good news. Shook. And this is what they saying. Wall Street shrugs off government shutdown, jobs report delay. Like, they ain't tripping on what's really going on with that. So basically with the U.S. government shutdown, the major indices continuing to notch record highs as Wall Street leaned on AI momentum and expectations for further easing of interest rates by the Federal Reserve. So they telling you that they ain't worried about it. The stock market rally is being led by tech stocks, large cap tech. comes even as Washington gridlock delays critical economic data, including the September jobs report. Without those figures, both investors and policymakers are flying blind. So they ain't saying nothing for real, man. So basically what I'm getting from this article, they telling you like, look, they don't know what's going on. They saying like basically telling you stocks still doing good despite the government shutdown. So they saying leaves economic data in limbo. So guess what? The market's still moving despite the government shutdown. So that's why they saying Wall Street shrugging this off. They don't care about what the government doing. It's still being money being made, man. So that's what you got to peep between the lies, man. We on to the next.
Put bigs on Sports Center.
Yes, sir. All right. This the earnings we got for the week. What they were saying, like we got Delta, Levi's Thursday, Pepsi. What Pepsi at? They said Pepsi. There you go, PepsiCo. So they ain't really too much earnings this week either. We got McCormick. Shout out to the season. You feel what I'm saying? Saratoga. I think I know about them. That's SAR. I think that's one of our dividend stocks, man. Shout out to dividend guys. If you ain't in there, make sure you join. Free Discord. So it ain't really too much reporting this week besides Delta, Pepsi, and Levi, and Sarah, and McCormick. So we got a small earnings report this week. So, and this earning whispers for my people want to know what that means. And then earnings means that these companies that, like Delta, everybody love to fly Delta. So what they saying is this past quarter, Delta got to report or release the information of how much they earned in the last quarter. So this all it's doing is like releasing the data, show us how much I won or lost. That's all it's showing. So like I said, this earningwhispers.com, I check them out on Twitter or X, and you can go on here and they show every week like the most anticipated earnings for the week. And we on to the next.
Put bigs on Sports Center.
All right, so now I told y'all we had a little situation going on with the banks versus the crypto. So shout out to my crypto traders out there. If you ain't investing in crypto now, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, it's still super early, though. Like, it's never too late to stop investing in crypto. But I'm here to tell you, like, it's here to stay. So that's why it's banks versus the crypto. Because now the banks don't realize, like, crypto is the threat. So that's what they saying. Like, the Geniuses Act that just basically helped that's going against the banks versus the crypto. It's called the Genius Act. So they saying that this Genius Act is supposed to bring clarity to stable coins in many ways. For the first time, there's a clear federal framework. So that means that the federal is like picking up on this. Now, issuers now have to fully collateralize their coins with safe assets, maintain transparent reserves, and they cannot pay yield directly to customers. So after years of uncertainty, this kind of clarity is huge because it also caused heads to butt. So the summary is this. Banks fear stablecoins will drain deposits, but history shows financial systems adapt, just like the 1980s with the money market funds. That's why a lot of people got money market accounts and they don't know what it means. So do your research on what money market means. We may get into that the next episode. But instead of resisting, banks could issue their own stablecoins, modernize payments, and strengthen balance sheets. So clear regulation, Genius and Clarity Acts is critical, ensuring AML and KYC. I see that when I be dealing with crypto, KYC, I gotta do a little bit more research, see what that means. But that's why I'm telling you what the research, because we learning at the same time. So I'm just being 100% transparent. I don't know everything. I'm learning as I go. So compliance and consumer protection. Community banks strain to gain the most, using stable coins to compete with big institutions and offer faster, cheaper services. All right, so soon as the ink dried, the pushback began. Banks lobbied and raised alarms over a loophole that could place their business at a disadvantage. Under the new law, banks can issue stable coins, but with no interest. So this is what they mean. So when I know, like, for example, I invest in crypto and I got some of my crypto staked, and that's what you mean by, like, you can make a percentage, like, interest. Staking the crypto is like making interest off your coin. So just like how you could make interest off a high yield account, you could literally do that with crypto. You could buy crypto and stake it to make interest off of it so it becomes passive income. So I think I'm gonna get into that for the dividend, guys. I'm gonna start hipping people to that, like, it's a staking. Let me add that down. TDG staking. I'm gonna hip them to that staking. Because that's another way, because the whole point of the dividend, guys, is making passive income off of the dividend stock. So now I'm understanding this with the crypto, like the staking. We need to add that to the dividend, guys. So that's another stream of passive income. So you could be having your dividend stocks making money for you every monthly, which is what we do. And then also you can have your crypto staking making passive income, man. Put bigs on Sports Center. Man, y'all about to know what's going on. Man, we on to the next one, but make sure y'all check this out, man. This is the Genius Act talking about the banks versus the crypto. They scared. I ain't gonna say scared. They intimidated by crypto and the volatility, and then honestly, everybody adopting it. So like, you need to look at crypto like anything else as an asset, like gold. It's a tool to park your money to make money as time goes on. And once we get into the rundown, I'm gonna show you like what the dollar been doing. Like the dollar been falling, but everything else going up in value. So that means like the value of your dollar is not growing. So if you just holding cash, the value of it is going down. You're gonna have to need more and more. So over time, if you look at it, if the value of the dollar declining, you gotta have your money somewhere where it's increasing over time. So just check that out, man. You know what I'm saying? We on to the next.
Put bigs on Sports Center.
All right, and then this coin market cap, like going back into the crypto, like we was talking about, man. Right now, Bitcoin at 122. I'm pretty sure the last episode, 2-3 episodes, I was telling y'all when it sold down where it was gonna bounce off of. It bounced off like 105, 110 or something like that. So I told y'all that was an opportunity to buy a small dip. So what we doing now is this. You got to understand what they saying. They saying Bitcoin gonna be $1 million coin. That's what they anticipating in the next 5 to 10 years. So if it's at 10% right now, what they aiming it to be, all you got to do is, since it's already proven, buy the dip. Make sure you got chipped to buy the dip. Long term, whole 5 to 10 years, man. They anticipating Bitcoin to be $1 million coin, man. You know what I'm saying?
I've been counting money all day, sitting back, calling play.
You feel me? People, I know my Bitcoin people out there eating, and then we at 4 trillion now on the market cap for crypto. And like I said, this coinmarketcap.com, I almost messed that up, but definitely add this to your sauce. Like a lot of stuff I give out is general, but if you don't be like, what do I really need? If you in the crypto, like it depends on what it is, because the show is for forex, crypto, and stocks. So like all of it's beneficial, but I know everybody ain't into everything like that. So if you just in the crypto, make sure like you got coin market cap, and then you got crypto bubbles, what I'm going into next. So you know what we like to do? We love to run down and see like who's sitting at the top 20 still. You still see Bitcoin number 1, Ethereum number 2, XRP still holding number 4, Solana at 227. Another thing about Solana, we're gonna start trading them. I'm gonna show them on the rundown. Like you're gonna see like how I think this is the beginning of the turnaround for the crypto to go big for long term while Trump's still in office. So I'm assuming the next 3 to 4 years they got price points where they aim for crypto to be at. And the goal is to understand what Trump is invested in. Ethereum, Solana, Bitcoin. He invested in the top 1. So they let you know where the money at. Doge. So they invested in the top 8 up. Solana, XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin. It ain't number like really top 5 cryptos. I say 5 to 10. Really 20. So it's like you can't do no wrong, but it's just a matter of what you want. You see Shiba still fighting up here. We love Shiba, man. We about to get back in that 20 spot, man. So that's gonna be big. We get back in that in that spot. So you make sure y'all check this out, man. This is coinmarketcap.com, and then you can see the fear and greed on here. As you can see, the stocks. That T got me running. That stock is neutral, and also the coin market, the crypto market is neutral. And now, as you can see, we still leaning towards altcoin season, but Bitcoin is number 1. So I say, like, man, no matter what, man, if you're gonna invest in crypto, diversify in 3 coins: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and pick you another altcoin. Like, just pick you another one. Or I say just get the 5, man. Like, this ain't financial advice, but I say, man, how you about 5 coins you want to be into, man, that you just know long term. Man, we on to the next, man.
Put bigs on Sports Center.
All right. And this goes along with coinmarketcap.com, but it's Crypto Bubbles, another app or website. And this is what you use to see who's up and who's down in the crypto market. Just a quick synopsis. So all these things, resources I'm showing you, just quick synopsis, quick analysis, synopsis, whatever you want to call it, to show you how to get to where you need to go. Like all you're doing is looking for data, just information, quick information. All this is quick information. Forex Factory, quick. You can just see what's going on for the week. Okay, if I trade Forex, okay, if I trade EU, we got news Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday because the US dollar. So basically EU should be having some movement. AU, CU, USD, UCAD. So you just kind of look at it and see what's going on. All right. FX Street gonna show you the news articles and the sentiment. You can click and go to the analysis tab, and you can see like the analysis or whatnot, or they give you weekly forecasts and tell you what's going on. Quick information. CNN, Fear and Greed Index, give you quick information to see like is we neutral, fearful, or greedy. Quick information. Yahoo Finance, quick information. You see the top articles. Once you click on Yahoo Finance, they're gonna bring up all the top articles, and you need to just look into what you dealing with. Feel what I'm saying? So I already went over there. Let me show you. Click Yahoo Finance and be like, okay, I was gonna do this article, but I seen like this kind of goes more to what we talking about right now, the government shutdown. But they saying all news is good news. Wall Street shrugs it off. So I went into that article after that. So it's just like quick synopsis. You want to know starting off the week what's going on. And then you can see like on the side, they giving you other articles like just headlines. That's what they call headlines, like Walmart to remove artificial dyes from private label foods. That's a big deal.
Put bigs on sports center.
If you invest in Walmart, that should drive prices up because people want to eat more safer, healthier foods. They don't want all this artificial preservatives, dyes, and hormones, and all that extra other stuff. So they remove, like General Mills doing that too. They're removing a lot of the, and artificial dyes, if you don't know, is like all the stuff that's like yellow 5, blue 6, red 9. Like these are all chemicals that have effects on the body, whether you a kid or an adult. It impacts the body in a negative way. You thinking you just eating something just for good, but we ain't gonna get into all that, man. We on to the next. Like I said, crypto bubbles. Make sure y'all check this out, man. And they do the same thing, show you the top 20 coins under the bottom or whatnot. Then you can see like the month, who up for the month, who up for the day, like who been running the day. So make sure like Sheeb up for the day. That was up. We like to see that. Probably Bitcoin ain't on here. Bitcoin ain't up today. Let me see. No, I don't see Bitcoin. Let me see the week. I know you on here for the week though. BTC. There you go. I'm gonna say, I know I ain't tripping. BTC. Yeah, they up for the week. So they show you everybody who up and down. So make sure y'all check that out. We on to the next. And all right, man, y'all know where we at now, man. We at the dividend guy portfolio, what I call the freedom portfolio. You know what I'm saying? All right, and right now, before we get into it, let me show you.
Go ahead, do what you do, make it work for you. Go ahead, do what you do, make it work for you.
Do what it do, make it work for you, man. Like I told you, man, we still grinding the dividend portfolio, man. We at 107.99 for the month, man. Let's go, man. That's a new high for us, man. We grinding, man. We finna smack. We going for 120, man. We trying to keep growing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna deal with fluctuations. That's why I'm showing all this, because despite the fluctuations, if I ain't had like them little minor fluctuations, we'd probably be sitting at like 130, 140 right now. But it's part of the game, though. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn as you go and adapt on the fly. You feel what I'm saying? So for my people that don't know, man, you can earn passive income with what they call dividend stocks with the stock market. So that's another way to make passive income, like I was telling you with the staking in crypto. So make sure y'all do write down your notes, crypto staking. If you never heard of it, what it is, crypto staking and stock dividends. Both of these equal passive income. All right. Now this right here, we're going to add this to this. We're going to add the crypto. I'm going to make a tab for crypto staking to show y'all the percentages of like what kind of money you can make from just holding your money, just holding your coin, staking crypto. We definitely going to add that for sure. But all right, now back to this. So, all right, we got a Discord called the Dividend Guys where we go over all the like the top 15 stocks for the month, and then we show our portfolio. We show a free dividend stock every month, and you got a community of stock dividend investors who are doing the same grind, showing their results day in month. You know what I mean? And this app right here that I use for this is called Deal Tracker, man. I'm gonna drop a bomb on y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's called Deal Tracker. DIVTRACKER. Div Tracker, and it's only on the App Store. So if you on Droid, they got like another app that basically track your dividends. But that's the sauce you want, man. If you get into the dividend investing, you want an app to track all of it. That would make it easier for you. See, once you put it in or you link your stock broker to it, it automatically update monthly, daily, and your yield. And then you put a goal in. Like mine is 120,000. So you see, I'm at 12.95. Then they tell you if you invest 109,000 right now in my yield, I will reach my goal of 120K, which is a retired dividend investor making 10K a month. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Go ahead, do what you do, make it work for you. Go ahead, do what you do, make it work for you.
Make it work for you, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole goal, man. And then if you got business or if you trade or if you got a side job, side hustle, man, that what you use to allocate into this your retirement. This how I'm gonna retire early. And I feel like I'm gonna do this before I turn 40. Like I'm gonna be retired before 40. I really get this 2 years. I told y'all that. So by the end of the next year, we gonna see, because I'm anticipating the trading just gonna do nothing but get better and better, and trading just give you extra capital to do what you want to do, whether you want to invest in the stock market, the dividends, or real estate, or your business or whatnot. So trading just gives you capital to fund to do more of the things that you're trying to do. You know what I mean? So make sure, like I said, y'all join the Discord, the dividend guys, man. It's free, and we got an upgraded section or whatnot, and we on to the next. There we go.
Put bigs on sports sound.
Technical difficulty, man. Can't avoid it, man. What is you doing? Go back out. Nah, okay. Pull it back out. Here you go. All right, man. So we on to the next. So look, as far as the forex law, trade law, I'm updating it. So this the last one or whatnot, but I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on updated, because I got 2 new brokers now. So the broker I was using, 24K Markets, is my cash account. I ain't using them no more. So as you can tell, they probably will tell you that like a lot of brokers that got kicked off a trade locker. And I ain't gonna say kicked off or removed or whatnot. They telling you like they ain't on trade locker or whatnot no more or whatnot. So now I'm using 2 new brokers. So I'm testing out both of them. I ain't gonna lie to you now. So like one of them I'm using right now is called Sway Markets. They call Liquid now, but it's called Liquid Brokers. All right, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all. So like if you really paying attention, so I got Liquid Brokers and I got Gates FX right there. Gates FX, GATEX FX, Gates FX. All right, so when that happened, I would just woke up one day trying to catch a trade. They wouldn't even let me place a trade. And I'm like, bro, what's going on? Like, come to find out, I went to check the email, this and that. They were like, yo, man, you got to remove your money by this day. I think it was like by September 30th. You had from the 22nd to the 30th to remove your money or whatnot. And you couldn't even place a trade. So basically, I already had a Sway Market account from back in the day. So I basically just upgraded it. Well, went back and sent my money back over. I already had some money over there anyway. So I would just went back to trading them, and then I downloaded the app, which is called Liquid Charts. So I'm trading on that, and then I'm trading on Gates FX. So now I'm at the point we trade in 2 cash accounts, and I'm gonna keep it 1,000 now too. So we got that funded account, like, so that's why I show the accounts right here so you can see, because like I said, I'm showing true clarity. So like as you can see, I had a first funded account with funding traders. They played me because I trade multiple accounts, and every trade I take on another account or whatnot. So they try to play me and say that I ain't take a trade within a week or something like that, and then they cancel my account. So they played me because they knew I was finna get ready to pass it. So yeah, I'm calling y'all out on that. Then y'all try to have the nerve to try to call me back up and try to give me a discount on another account, and nah, we ain't even doing this. So I ain't even rocking with y'all no more. That was funding traders. As you can see, I was using them. That's who I was using trading on MetaTrader 5 with, but they played. So I got a second funded account, which was the funded trader who I've been using, which they had went through some stuff when it shut down, and they kept my account, and I wasn't able to trade on it for like a year. Then they finally gave it back, and I just took it because it was just a free account I already paid for. So I'm like, I might was trade on it to try to get a withdrawal for it. So that's what I've been doing too. So that's the second funded account. You can see that I've been trading on it. Now, the second funded account now, which is the funded trader, they playing. Now, the app they use, Voyage Markets, they're not even updating the app. Like, the app messing up, like I can't even place a trade on it. So now my trading on my second funded account is paused. So that's why now I'm telling you, I'm explaining this where I'm at and what I'm trading on now. So now I'm trading on Sway Markets, which is called Liquid Brokers, and I'm trading on Gates FX. I don't trust none one of them. I ain't been with them long enough. And honestly, since I've been trading Forex, I ain't just traded with just one broker. It always been different brokers, but that's the difference between regulated accounts and unregulated accounts. Make sure you do your research on regulated and unregulated. So just to give you a quick breakdown on it, regulated mean that it's regulated by the U.S. And the difference is, as far as if you trade, and that means the lot sizes you use to trade, it costs more on the regulated. You got a little bit more regulation. But on the unregulated, it's cheaper. So you can afford to trade with lower capital. That's why a lot of people trade on like MetaTrader and unregulated brokers or whatnot. So I'm just being clear. Gates FX is an unregulated broker, and liquid brokers is somewhat like unregulated, but they got some type of regulation in Australia. I don't know. So I'm just being transparent. I understand what I'm doing. So if anything happened to my money and they do anything, we at fault for it because they unregulated. That's the difference between regulated and unregulated. So that's why some people like to trade futures. So the reason why I'm saying that, because at the same time, I'm understanding all this stuff going on with forex. I'm still gonna trade forex because that was my first love. But once I get higher capital, I ain't got time to be playing with these folks when it comes to stuff like that. So I anticipate to go regulated after I run it up off the unregulated account. So I'm gonna use the plug to let me trade with lower capital, to trade higher lot sizes, to run it up, and then we're gonna eventually cross over to the regulator, so we ain't got to worry about none of that. So just to give y'all a little clarity. So the reason why I'm saying that, I've been trading, but it's not updated on here because liquid brokers charts that I trade on. So I've been trading, but they don't track the trade log. They show you what you want, this and that, but they ain't track the trade like Trade Locker do. So I'm here just to tell you, like, okay, right now we sitting at 49-5. So we at 46. Damn, I took 5 trades. No, 3. Yeah, we done won 3 and lost 1. So we at 49-5 right now. I gotta calculate the win rate, but I'm just giving y'all an update what's going on because I couldn't add it on us, so I'm just gonna have to write it on there and just say like basically what it was because they ain't telling me how much I won or lost. I just had to do the math because I can't. Liquid broker, y'all need to update that. We want to look at our trades we took. I want to be able to look at the trade log and be like, why I entered, why I got all that. Like, I need that information. As you see, we put it on the trade log. So they not doing that. But Gates got it on us. So I'm going to update Gates, and I'm just going to write in on Sway. So I'm just giving y'all clarity of what's going on or whatnot. So we sitting at 49-5 right now. You know what I'm saying?
G's at the trap, G's like the grind, G's about the people, G's like the shine.
So that's what we sitting at right now. So make sure if you trading forex, which I feel like is easier, but futures is a little more safer when it comes to your money. They both gonna have fees and whatnot and charge you. So you got to find out what's better for you. So to give you a little clarity, all right, I teach people that book consultations with me. You can earn while you learn. So I'm trading forex, still getting my money. I'm not finna stop now, but at the same time, I'm moving on to the next, like far as like, all right, I understand what's going on. So I follow people like Doyle Exchange. I just joined his Discord. They trade futures, but Doyle used to trade forex. He ran it up off of forex. So I'm assuming that, okay, once he started making his money, he was like, I can't trust these unregulated brokers. I need to start putting my money into something that's more safer. You know what I mean? So, and I feel like that's why I'm looking into getting the futures because I didn't know futures can trade 24/7 like the forex. So I thought futures was like the options, like you only could trade 8-3, just a U.S. session type situation, but that's not the case. So that got me more open now. So I just joined Door Discord, and one of them wins came from Door Friday. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Get paid, young nigga, get paid. Get paid, young nigga, get paid. Get the money, get paid.
So what I'm teaching, I'm practicing. So I literally tell y'all, earn while you learn. So I'm still trading. My setups that I trade is on the 4-hour, is which you can see right here. But at the same time, they trade the 5-minute, but they trade futures, but they trade gold. It's the same thing. Gold USD is different from the futures ticker for gold. They 2 different things, but it's the same move and setup a trade or whatnot. So I'm trading gold with them on the futures, but I'm trading on gold USD. So it played out. Then I got another dude I follow who kind of taught me some of the game, Mike Lido, Lido Trading. He basically trade the same way I do, Fibonacci, 4-hour continuation and confluences and price action and stuff like that. So he trade the same setup that I trade, like what I learned from Jessica Lane. So I'm in his group because he got a free signal chat, and I just joined in that because also I want to be around like-minded people who trade and get into it. So trading is lonely. So even though you got people and friends who trade, you want to be in multiple communities that's getting to it, whether you're trying to learn or use it for motivation. So the reason why I'm saying it is tell you that, like, yeah, I'm earning, I'm taking my own setups, I'm winning, but I'm still taking setups from other people too. Like, cause I'm still a student at the game and trying to learn. So I'm just wanting to explain it to y'all, cause I know I got a lot of people who I consult that watch and they already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Earn while you learn. So I'm just teaching that to my new people who watching now, like to give you kind of like what's going on. So you could be like, who did he learn from? Who we look up to? 3 people: Jessica Lane, Mike Lito, Doyle Exchange, Q Banks, Charlene. Got to give her credit too, because I used to live trade with her in the morning. I ain't used to trade US 30, but I used to love the fact like watching people seeing them live trade on that 5 minute. So I started off on the 5 minute. Now I'm on a 1 hour, 4 hour, which I catch bigger moves and I found the sauce with. But I still want to be able to wake up in the morning, because what I realized with scalpers, they have more opportunities to trade. Don't mean it's a different. They just have more opportunities to see they setups on the 5 minute than I have opportunities to see it on the 1 hour, 4 hour. So on the 1 hour, 4 hour, it requires a little bit more patience, which would be like 1 or 2, 3 trades per week, which a lot of people tell you to do anyway. That's all you need. But at the same time, I'm still learning for myself. I want to be able to trade on the 4 hour and then go into the 5 minute to get quick moves in and out for the day at the same time. So I want more opportunities to trade. So, you know, we on to the next though. You know what I'm saying?
Put bigs on sports center.
All right, so we finna get ready to cook up. You already know what time this is.
Ready to cook up, mixtape put up. Ready to cook up, mixtape put up.
All right, let's go. I know this is what y'all came for, so we finna get to it. All right, we got some little setups. So the first thing I'm gonna go over is the trade I'm in right now. All right. Oh Lord, I threw another one on here. So look, don't be one of them that be like miss the message because they be like, oh, I don't want to listen to you because, well, it's a saying to say don't shoot the messenger. That's all I'm gonna say it to. So I'm gonna say the same thing like when it comes to marking up. Just because you don't understand, don't pay attention just because you don't understand. The more you see this and hear me talking and see it, you're gonna naturally start to understand it on your own or whatnot. So that's all I'm saying. Just like make sure you still paying attention and whatnot. So all right, so for right here, we had an impulse up. But before we get into that, I just feel like I need to what my entry at what I got in. Oh, this EJ. I'm tripping. I'm looking at EU. All right, come on. All right, this where we at. We at 42. I think I got in like 17.29 or something like that. So look, price been rejecting, as you can see, like we was in the clear uptrend. Hold on. As you can see, this is called pivot points. So like if I draw this from right here to here. Stop playing. Here we go. As you can see, this is an uptrend. Then it broke this trend for real, for real. Like, so you come up here, this was a clean uptrend. Change the color on that to what? Gold. All right, so boom. We got a clear uptrend. It broke, came back up, retested. So we thinking that since it ain't failing to make new higher highs right here, since it didn't break above that, we're anticipating price to come right down here. That's why I had from the last time watch for 4 hour flat tops to take it down to here. 0, which is the TP1, finish line TP2 right there. So that's what we're anticipating for this trade right here. I'm currently in this trade right now. So that's why I started off with this anyway, to give y'all more clarity on what's going on or whatnot. So that's what we sitting in at, and I'm at like 1.1729, and we aiming to take it down here to either like the 23 level, 0, or the negative 27. These the finish line areas we taking it. So long as it don't break this, we still cool for themselves to come down here. It may even come down here. You see it rejected at one point in time. And honestly, if I would have seen this have been woke, I would have put my stop loss and profit would have been already with one and then got in again. So that's what I'm saying. Like, because I had my TP at 1.1680. It came down. This is a learning lesson. Like sometimes when you have your TP set up, the market's smart enough to come right where your TP. Like I had my TP at 1.1680, which is this. Let me show you. This is where I had TP at. Look how close price came to my TP and turned around. Right here, like it's literally, it came right to it and then turned around and came back up. So if I would have been watching that and seeing what would happen, it happened so fast though. Cause let me see what I think this was like 8 o'clock. That were early in the morning. So yeah. So this the setup I see. So at the same time, we still bias for the sell setup. But like, look, if it break above this, which if it break above that or this, I may hold to this either this zone or that zone far as a loss. But that will confirm the uptrend. If it break this point and this point, we headed back up here to this point. So this is what I do with the rundown. Give you analysis of the setups for buys and sells, man. And you just got to be able to react and be able to take advantage of the move. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And we on to the next.
Put bigs on sports center.
All right, let's go on to Bitcoin real quick. All right, so Bitcoin, we caught this dip that it did. It came to the zero. And look at this. These analysis be on point, man. You could like the reason why I say that is because when you see the arrow I say price be doing, it literally do it. Like it came right here to this point and it came down. It didn't hit that, but it came to that level. Then I had from a prior analysis, like from back here, and I was thinking if price was ready to break, but it wasn't ready. So you can know what's gonna happen, but at the same time, you gotta be patient enough to wait for the market to tell you it's ready to do that. See, right here around this time, September the 14th, I was like, okay, if price break above here, what end up happening here? I'm like, price can retest. It didn't retest, but it just shot way up to what? This high right here. Look what it did. Came right to it. So that's what I mean. Like, just because this seemed foreign and Chinese to you don't mean it's going to stay that way. It's just going to get easier and easier. And then me, this right here, what I trade is the Fibonacci. These will give me my setup and let me know where to get in and get out at. So right now, this just started a new impulse. So this fib right here didn't really play out because it broke it. Like this would have been like if I would have got in for a 5 zone setup, it would have broke it. We would have lost it. So I understand that this field just didn't play out yet. That don't mean it's not going to play out because I done learned a lot of times. Even though if you have a field that don't play out the way it was supposed to, in the future it'll come back and then come down here and play this out. It literally happened with GJ. I'm gonna show y'all on that, like how you. That's why I don't delete my fields. People be like, "Why you got all this?" Because just because you don't understand it, don't mean you need to change what you got going on. I got it there for a reason. Because now I'm understanding that they got to come back and touch them points that I had. Even though if it broke the field, it's gonna eventually come back and hit them prices. I'm gonna show you on GJ. So right now, this is what I see for GJ. I'm going to move this to the left so y'all won't be confused by this field. I'm going to leave it here because I feel like eventually price going to come grab this liquidity one more time. I truly believe that, but I could be wrong. It could keep continuing, but I doubt it. That's why I back test and do this because I'm collecting my own data and now I can see my own data from trading now. So I'm glad I started doing this, but all right, we got an impulse from this high to this uphill. So right now we sitting at an impulse, which we got to break a structure. So this pivot point, make sure y'all use this on TradingView. So this pivot point right here gave us a break of structure. So I'm going to shoot a text on here like, bam, like this. Caps break. Y'all like, why that matter? Why you talking about break of structure? This is very important because if it broke this structure, so the market moving 3 ways. Like I told you, impulse, correction, continuation. So guess what? We got an impulse break of structure. So it shot up. Now we anticipating price to come down. We anticipating price to come down to touch this high or this high. So I'm anticipating Bitcoin to give us a little pullback. But at the same time, we don't control the market. It ain't really just retrace yet. So for a retrace to work with the field, price has to come down to the 23 level right now, right here, right here, right here. So right now, we just waiting to see what's going to happen. So we're going to set alert. So we ready and waiting on Bitcoin. Feel what I'm saying? So I'm anticipating to catch something like, see, it bought off of this, but I'm anticipating it probably to pull back. If it respect this, it's going to continue to keep going up. But I'm anticipating for Bitcoin to come give us a dip to about somewhat to this level right here, which is like 118, which is like 4,000-5,000, which is good. Like right here. I'll leave it right there. Somewhere with that level or this level. That's why I'm pointing. That's what the arrow mean, pointing this one and that one. We're looking for a pullback to come that way. Once we get a pullback, we can anticipate to catch this continuation just like this was. So in actuality, this was an impulse pullback continuation for real. But I seen this impulse, which could have indicated to continue down. So you just got to be able to see your fields on top of fields. It's not confusing. Don't say it's confusing. Just keep moving with it. Just stick with it. That's all you got to do. It's going to become easier and easier because the market ain't nothing but fluctuations of uptrends and downtrends. So that's what we see for Bitcoin. We waiting for a pullback, or if price comes above 125 again, man, we probably gonna go up here and try to hit this 130. I ain't gonna lie to you. So now we're gonna set this right here. All right, boom. Finish line for the buy. Boom. Now this finish line 1. All right. And then if it retrace, we're looking to come down into this area here. So we're looking for something to be like this, like wham, down, pull back in somewhere into this zone area, and then continue on up here. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got for Bitcoin. We on to the next.
Put bigs on sports center.
All right, so we got US 30 out there for my traders to trade US 30. All right, so we had a impulse, correction. Let me show you. We had an impulse that shot up here, continuation that came here, then boom. Change the color of that to white so you can see it. Make this bigger so you can see it. There we go. Honestly, I'm gonna change the color back to yellow. Alright, so you see the impulse, correction, continuation. Then guess what happened? This impulse became another impulse, correction, continuation. So guess what? Now since we see that we got another continuation on US 30. So guess what? We can draw another field. First, I'm gonna move this field out the way. Make it a little easier. Slide it back over. So we just come out right here. Boom, that's perfect. So now we can capture this right here from this high to this high. Actually, this was another little field. It pulled back to the 61 and came to the 61.8 for real. So I'm gonna leave this right here. So there's two things that can play out. When you get the negative 61.8, y'all know that's when our setup's called the negative 61.8 reversal. That means price gonna sell. So if we draw it uphill, we can see that price gonna pull back, which indicates a sell. Then if we right here, you see price at the 61.8, which indicates a sell. So I'm anticipating that we may be seeing a pullback on US 30. So I'm trying to see if I want to keep my field here. Because we got to break a structure right here. So I'm going to text this over here. We got to break a structure. Let's see. We got to break a structure right here. So like I said, we got an impulse, break a structure. We waiting for a retest to come back and try to continue to come up here to like 47, man. Hey. But I'm anticipating a pullback. So I'm going to set me an alert right up under this counter right here. And we're going to set one above here, above that wick. All right, so we had a breaker structure right here. So we anticipating a pullback right now. Or if it break above this, it's going to continue to come up to here, which is the TP, the finish line. Finish line 1. All right. So, like I said, y'all can anticipate price. If it break above this, price can continue up there. Or we're going to catch a pullback to come down here into this zone. Feel me? So that's the buy and sell scenario we got for US 30. We on to the next.
Put bigs on sports center.
All right, and my last one, I got about 2 more. I got to hurry up, though. I got some stuff to go do. All right, so this what we lost at on gold on that other one that time. I told you I won one, then I had another entry for a runner to continue because it liquidity grabbed me. It wicked down. I had a pending order that I forgot to go close once it bought, and it wicked down and got me in, and it rolled me up there, so I had to take an L on that one. So that's one of the L's we took on this setup on gold. That's why I was talking to a stupid ass entry at 37.26. And I was like, please come back to play this out because I was trying to just get a quick scalp to come down here to take it to this breaker structure. But it wicked down and took off without me. I wasn't planning to hold it for long. I knew it was going to buy. It was a scalp. But they wicked and turned around without me. So guess what? Now we got another situation where we had a breaker structure. Like, we broke structure, retested back here, came up. So we sitting at the same point right here, which is this fib on gold. Man, this is a smaller fib, smaller time frame to delete that. So all right, we had an impulse here, came here to the money zone, and we came right back up here to the zero. So every time we got to this zero, it rejected. Rejection, rejection. Now we got 1, 2, 3. So get what? I'm anticipating the same thing. So we don't break above this level, which this is the finish line right here. So I'm gonna draw this right here, finish line. This the end goal. So we know that price want to come to the finish line. Always want to go to the finish line. All right. So like I said right here, when the goal was -27 finish line, look how it came up and smacked that 38.40. Real good. So get what? It's still uptrending. That's why you got to identify the trends. If you can identify the trend, it's fib on top of fib. Impulse, correction, continuation, impulse, continuation, impulse, no, correction, continuation. So look, impulse, correction, continuation, correction, continuation, correction, continuation. So it's the same thing on the trend. So that's what you got to be able to identify. Uptrends and downtrends. If you don't learn nothing from these videos, and it works on any time frame, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute, 5 minutes. So right now for gold, we got resistance sitting up here at this level up here right here now. So we're trying to see how it's going to react to this zone. If not, I'm anticipating to bring price back to this zone. So if we reject this, honestly, this is a scalp to come down to this level right here, the 38. You see price at 86. So we get a 4-hour flat top. I will wait for the 4-hour flat top, which looks like this. You see, when you get a flat top, you get a little momentum like this one. Flat top, you gonna get some momentum. So I'm anticipating price to come touch this wick or this wick. You know what I'm saying? So, and if it break above, we looking for buys up there to the finish line one is like 39.20. So if it break above the zero, which is 38.95, that's a $25 move to the -27. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's a
Get paid, young nigga, get paid. Get paid, young nigga, get paid. Get paid.
all right. So like I said, we're looking for buys up here. If it break above the zero, we're trying to take it here. Then if it rejects, we're looking to take price down here somewhere to these wicks right here. That's what we got on gold. Take your screenshot, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? All right, and this the last one. GJ. So this is what I was saying. Why I don't delete fields. So you seen how I had a structure that came from impulse down here, came up, played this out, came up, played this, but it never came back to hit the finish line, right? But we had another field impulse, and now it started an uptrend. Like, you know what I'm saying? It went against that. But the reason why I don't delete fields, because guess what? Eventually, it came up here like this uptrend played out, but then it broke structure down here, retested, it came all the way back down to what? How do you know where price was going? Zero right here. It still played out this field. So guess what? If we get another flat top, we can end up continuing out this move to the downside. So that's why I leave fields on my charts, because I know where price gonna come back to. So it already uptrended, played this out. So guess what? This still got to get grabbed right here, this one and this one. So guess what? I'm assuming that price may either reject from this, can start the uptrend and continue to finally go up here and grab these two, or it's gonna come down and finally grab this area right here. I'm gonna set an alert right here. So it finally played out that move. So you just got to be knowing, like, trading is understanding your entry and exit, where you want to get in and get out at. That's what it's all about, for real, for real. So right now, you see, as we had a breaker structure, it came back, retest. So we're going to see what this do. We're going to wait for the 4-hour counter. We get a 4-hour flat bottom, we can keep going up. So like I said, we got the same scenario for the buys. We looking at for finish lines. That's what a 200, 201, price at 198.72, man. So we get some breakable 199. You can be looking to take it to 200 or 201. But if we don't break these 2 wicks right here or break this structure right there, we get a flat bottom, we coming down and hit these levels that was from the prior Fibonacci. It's crazy how all that play out. It'd be so crazy. Like every fib eventually plays out. That's why I don't delete them. And it don't look confusing to people who knew. So it ain't worth you deleting what you trying to do. So if you doing this and once you learn it, you're gonna have people be like, man, I can't read. They don't understand what that. Well, you gotta get better. You gotta train your eyes to be able to see. I'm not deleting my fibs because this is how I get my money. Your fibs literally tell you where price gotta go. So you see this point up here, what I'm saying, finish line 1 and 2, this playing out another fib. From back here, from an impulse from back here in the day. From when was this impulse from? Lord. This impulse was from right here from like August. So guess what? This playing out, this hitting this TP is the August field playing out. It's finally hitting it. So you just gotta know where you at in the market or whatnot, man. At all times or whatnot, man. So like I said, man. So I hope y'all enjoyed the show, man. You know what I'm saying? This episode 25, man. One time for y'all, man. If y'all still here. Slick gave a masterclass today. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't really try to go in that deep, but man, I ain't did a recorded episode in a while, so I just want to make sure I gave y'all the sauce, man. Gave y'all something to look for this week, man. Shout out A&M homecoming. We got homecoming this weekend. That's Alabama A&M University or whatnot. So you know what I'm saying. So make sure y'all stay locked in, man. We got these setups to it, man. We finna get to it. And you know I can't leave without dropping a few words of encouragement from my boy Pluto, man. Let's go.
I just keep on shining. I just keep on grinding, stacking up my lumber. I just keep getting money. I put it on my mama, racking up them Benjamins. I'm blast out like Jesse.
Yup. And then just like that, we gone, man. Peace and love. We out.
That's what I like.